Even though you probably read the title and saw the thumbnail, and in the last video I told you who we're reviewing next, you're definitely not going to guess who we're going to review today. Yep, that's right guys, it's Wolverine. It's a joke guys, I know it's Nightcrawler. That's right everybody, today we're reviewing Nightcrawler. Today we're reviewing Nightcrawler.
Remind you in advance that I'm very sorry and I apologize for the inconvenience of me not keeping up.
Average size erect, wacky, wavy, inflatable, arm flailing tube man.
What you think?
Now, since I don't know much about Nightcrawler or the X-Men, I did have to search it up. This is the Uncanny X-Force look for Nightcrawler, and I must say it is pretty sick. I'm not sure if I prefer this over the original look, I'm not gonna lie. That's how sick that's how sick this is looking. It's from the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Nemesis wave. Let's just go ahead and get this open. From what I've heard, this figure is on the, if I remember correctly, it's on the X-Men 97 body, and people say that figure is really good. So let's hope that this figure is also really good. Let's get the Nemesis pieces out of there. And we're not even going to focus on those at all. Not one tiny bit. We're just going to focus on Mr. NIGHTCRAWLER. Alright, we have Nightcrawler out, and dude, he's already... I already got into like a quick pose, and he already looks sick. And we just look at this guy. Who would look at this? Who would look at Nightcrawler and say that he's not like one of the coolest characters just ever? I feel like. I mean, just look at him. Just look at him. This is just so awesome. I can't wait to get into everything else on this guy. So let's actually go ahead and do that right now. Okay, just first of all, I just have to say, wow, this figure is so good. I unboxed him and then I had school. And then after that, I just, kind of left this alone for a little bit. Then I played around with him for a little bit. And dude, this figure is so good. Let's, like we always do, go over the accessories first. Then we'll get into paint and details, and then the articulation, then some comparisons. Yeah. So we're gonna go over the hands first. Out of the box, the figure comes with these open hands. And then he also comes with some fists, so he can punch people. Then he comes with one grip hand for the sword. Now I have to say, this sword is pretty sick. It's pretty sick. I do really like this sword. Now, I don't know how accurate it is to anything he's had, because I'm gonna just remind you all again, I don't know too much about Nightcrawler and his lore, or the X-Men. So, I'm probably going to get a lot of things wrong in this video, or just not even attempt to get something right in the first place. And also, no, I will not be comparing him to Wolverine, because Wolverine is in that same duffel bag with the rest of my collection, And also, I lost one of the claws, so he only has 5 claws anyway. But yeah, the sword is really good. This hand does have a vertical hinge instead of the classic horizontal one. And then probably my favorite accessory besides the sword is this screaming head, because as you can see, the one on the figure, dude, they have different colored eyes too. The normal head has yellow eyes, and the screaming head has red eyes, and I do really like that. That is very sick. Also, you can see blue highlights in the hair, which is also amazing. I love that so much. Dude, this figure is so good. And yeah, once again, from what I understand, or from what I've gathered from watching a few reviews, I do believe this is on the X-Men 97 Nightcrawler body, and people do say that that figure is really good. And if this is on the same body, then I can totally agree that this figure and that figure are probably both very amazing. Because, like I said earlier, I was playing around with this guy, and his articulation is so good. Now, I do have one problem with him that I will get into here soon, but let's go ahead and move on to just looking at the details here. Now, on both heads, you can see, once again, the yellow eyes on the normal head, the red eyes on the screaming head. He also has this red scar, or red little mark over his eye, which is very cool. I do like that a lot. And then he's got the X right there on his chest for X-Force. And I do really like just this design in general. This just looks so cool. I like, wow. Just wow. I think I need to start learning more about Nightcrawler. I think I'm gonna research a lot about him after this video. Because I like Nightcrawler, but I don't know much about him. That's basically how it is with most of the X-Men that I like. I don't even know that much about Wolverine. The only Marvel character I really know too much about is, well, Spider-Man. But we're gonna stay away from Spider-Man for now because we're reviewing Nightcrawler, not Spider-Man. The last 2 reviews were Spider-Man, so I'm kind of in that Spider-Man mood. And the last 3 reviews, spoiler alert, are gonna be Spider-Man. Because after this, he fell. Actually, I'm not gonna tell you exactly which Spider-Man we have to review after this, but there is still 3 other Spider-Man after this that we do have to review, along with the Lego set. So that's gonna be fun. And I'm doing the Lego set last, by the way. I'm still doing the Wheel of Names, but if it lands on the Lego set, I'm doing a respin. I'm doing the Lego set last because we're getting the action figures out of the way first. But yeah, this figure is really good. The paint apps are amazing. There is a few mess ups from here to there. It looks like there is a smear on his shin right there. It's interesting. And then it also seems that the actual boot part itself right here, whatever, is not painted all the way. It seems to be the case with every time that this appears in the costume. I guess on this part it's intentional, because I think it's supposed to droop down like that. But right here, I don't think it's supposed to be missing paint like that. But paint apps don't really matter to me that much. I just go over them in the review for the people that do care about them. Yeah, there's the back. And this tail can move around. I should save that for the articulation, but you probably already knew that it moved around. Speaking of articulation, let's get to that right now. So, for looking up, he's on a disc hinge, so he can look all the way up, and he can look all the way down. full 360 head turn. Whoa, that was... Whoa. And since he is on a disc hinge, there's little to no pivot in the head. And then he does have butterfly joints under these shoulder pads right here that don't work too well, most likely because of those shoulder pads. But I am glad that there is at least that you can get some butterfly in there. He's got double jointed elbows, bicep swivel, classic wrist hinge and swivel. Ab crunch goes down about there. 360 waist swivel. His leg can kick up about that much. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. And the foot can hinge up and down. Now, I don't even know how they would. I was gonna say, oh, but there's no toe joints. Okay, even when I'm just trying to say toe joints, I unironically say toy joints. Sometimes it's crazy. It's crazy how many times that happens. You wouldn't believe it. I was gonna say, oh, but there's no toe joints. I don't know how you would implement toe joints on feet like this for a figure. And then, yes, as I said earlier, the tail does move around. So that's about it for the articulation. Now, let's get to some comparisons, which probably aren't gonna... There probably isn't going to be too many comparisons, but I will try to compare them to as many people as I can. Yeah, let's get into it. First up, here's Nightcrawler next to Mario. Once again, going along with the theme of comparing every figure I get to the other figures I've gotten. And then continuing that, and also these are going to be the most likely the only comparisons I can do because I can't think of any more. Here's Nightcrawler and Superman. Ugh. Nightcrawler and Commander Cody. Here he is next to Symbiote Spider-Man, aka the Secret Wars Spider-Man. And here he is next to the Maximum Spider-Man. Alright, that is it for the comparisons, but before we get to the final thoughts, I have to go over a couple things I don't like about this figure. One, the head is already kind of loose, just a little bit. Okay. Like, it may not look loose or seem loose, but it is. It's a little bit loose already. And also, when I was posing him around earlier, this leg, every time I would move it up past this, and then, like, do something with it, it would come off. It's not, of course, it's not wanting to do it right now, but the leg would just come off a few times, which was, you know, a bit disappointing, but it's easily able to pop back on, so, you know, at least it doesn't get broken forever, you know? Well, yes, that is going to do it for the Nightcrawler review. Let me know what, something. Let me know that if you have this figure, or if you want this figure, or just whatever, what your thoughts are on it. And, yeah, that's about it. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Have a good day. Hooray. Oh, yeah. Why did I turn into the Kool-Aid Man?